voice of Oyo State. We bring you everything from breaking news.
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music,
Bella just want me with you like guys.
and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State. From the great city of Ibadan, your number one online radio station. We are the voice of Oyo State. Aloore Radio. Share, listen to Aloore Radio on Facebook. Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
Listening to us on Aloore Radio, transmitting from the H.O.S Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation here at Agodi Secretariat Ibadan. It's nice to know that you are out there listening to us on Aloore, and I want to welcome you to another interesting edition of your program, the Head of Service Speaks. Yes, it is the H.O.S Speaks that is coming to your earwaves at the moment. You are welcome. My name is and it's nice to know that you are listening to us on Aloore Radio. Yes, I thank all our listeners that have been listening to us here on Aloore since the beginning of this year. We thank God, we thank God, we thank God that yes, God has brought us to the last month in the year 2023. For those that have been following since the beginning of the year 2023, the Head of Service Speaks, we sincerely appreciate you and we thank you for being a part of Aloore Radio, for being a part of the Ministry of Information and Orientation, and of course, for your state government. Under the able leadership of our GSM, Engineer Oluwaseyi Makinde, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, we are glad to inform you that the concluding episode for 2023 will be coming up on the 21st of December, and our guest is the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Inclusion. And you can say, what better way to end the year than with our mothers and the women? Do continue to join us on Aloore Radio on all our social platforms, on our Facebook, www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio, on our YouTube at Aloore Radio. And of course, if you want to be part of Aloore Radio, you can call the studio line, which is 090-3985-3731. Again, the studio line is 090-3985-3731. Again, my name is Aboye Diojo, and I'm your host on the Head of Service Speaks. I'll be back after this short break. Yes, thank you and welcome back to the program, The Head of Service Speaks. Welcome back. As you know, on The Head of Service Speaks, we foster a relationship between the Office of the Oyo State Head of Service and the public and civil service in Oyo State. On today's episode, I have with me in the studios someone I know civil and public servants and even retirees will be longing to hear from, because the office of our guest is representing and directly dealing with all civil and public servants here in Oyo State. Without further ado, let me introduce my guest to you on this program for today, the 7th of December 2023, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Establishment and Training, in person of Mr. Olajide Mahmood Okeshade. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, and nice to meet you once again in the line of duty in the Oyo State government.
Thank you so much.
I remember our paths crossed when we were at the Simia Debo Staff Development Center.
It should be 2010, 2011.
Yes, around that time. And
thereabouts.
we thank God that we are meeting again in higher level. It's really an honor to meet with you now as the Permanent Secretary. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. All glory to Almighty Allah.
Yeah, we thank God,
Thank
sir.
you.
You are welcome to the studios of the Aloore of the Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation. I believe before we started the program backstage, we were actually saying some things about the studio, and I don't think it would be bad if our listeners out there could hear what you have to say about what you're saying.
It's a nice, cute little place, and it's very good looking at. The aesthetics is excellent, and I hope there are other purposes put in place so that we can run 24/7.
All right,
It's
we really
a very
appreciate
nice place. It's a good initiative. by this administration. I hope it is escalated and sustained, or sustained and escalated.
Yes, sustained and escalated. That
Yes,
is it.
yes.
I want to believe that with the support of your ministry as well, we could always foster a collaboration with the studios to sustain it and maintain and take
Definitely,
it to a higher level.
definitely, by the grace of God, if it's in line with our duties, you know.
Yes, thank you so much, Your Honor. Yes, and that is Mr. Olajide Mahmood Keshade, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Establishment and Training. And before we go on the program, I would want to reel out the profile of my guest. Mr. Olajide Mahmood Keshade was born in the mid-60s and hails from Lagelu local government, Iyanofa, Ibadan, Oyo State. Mr. Olajide Keshade attended Ibadan